Hello everyone, I'm Meenal Tiwari and welcome to yet another episode of Connected Series, a venture by Frames Alumni Association. Today we have with us Ms. Sylvia Francis. Welcome ma'am. Before moving on to the interview, let me give a short introduction of our guest speaker for today. Ms. Sylvia Francis completed her bachelor's in computer engineering from FCRIT in 2014. She then moved on to do her MBA in HR from Xavier's Institute of Social Services, Ranchi. She worked at Mahindra & Mahindra for over a year and is currently working as an HR manager at Decor Home Fabrics Private Limited. So my first question for you is, could you describe your role as an HR manager?
So, as an HR manager, there are different verticals under HR. And soon, once you all begin to work in any organization, you will understand the different verticals that are there. Right from the joining of an employee, you have all joining formalities to developing an employee, and there are different things that an HR person does before an employee joins, which is the entire selection, recruitment process. Even before that would be something like manpower planning. Deciding how many people need to be taken in a year, and how do we train the existing manpower in the company. So there are a lot of functions. Currently, I am taking care of almost the entire employee life cycle, which is right from the joining to the to employee engagement, and I also look at drafting policies for HR policies for the company. I also look at exit formalities, and basically almost everything except for hardcore recruitment and processing people's salaries. So apart from these two activities, I am doing a little bit of everything, and it's been a great stint so far at Decor.
You went from engineering to HR. So I would like to know what made you choose HR as a profession after coming from a technical background.
To be very honest, engineering was never my first choice. It was something that my parents told me, because they told me that, your maths is good. It isn't. But they thought my maths was good. And, so it's typical, right? Especially in Indian families that, they look at how you perform in school, and then they imagine that, you would be a great fit for a certain field. And for Indian parents, for Indian families, nothing is safer than engineering or medicine, right? So that was one of the reasons why I got into engineering. And yes, definitely I did like assembly level programming, a lot of the hardware aspect of computers a lot, and databases. These were like a few things of computers that really, interested me. So I got into, the field willingly. However, by the third year, I realized that as much as I do like computers, I do not see myself working on technology or working towards creating technology. I realized that nothing else but, use technology to make whatever work I do, make it better so then of course, by my third year, I realized that HR is something I want to do, like not an MBA. I was very clear that I wanted to do HR in specific. Even if you come from a technical background, it is not sacrilege to, get into a non-technical field, because you can always use what you've learned in the past at whatever you're doing currently.
Could you tell us about the trends that will shape the future of HR domain in the coming decade?
So, in the coming decade, as well as right now, what is changing the way we look at HR is the kind of workforce that we are having. The workforce is becoming younger. Their expectations are very different as compared to the standard expectations that the employees would have had, say, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or your age, who will be entering the workforce in a couple of years. Your expectation is very different, and it is a whole different challenge altogether. So catering to the expectations of a younger workforce, as well as the kind of jobs that we are looking at today. So usually you would see people doing full-time jobs, right? Today we are entering this age wherein there are a lot of people who do project specific jobs. You'll see a lot of people doing freelance jobs, people who do not want to be tied to a company a certain number of years or whatever. Probably they just want to be associated with a company for a smaller period, or as long as that a certain project that they're working on is active. So that entire the way we perceive jobs itself is changing.
So, what are the qualities beyond domain knowledge does an organization look for in a fresher?
As a fresher, when we are looking at a candidate, we see how the person has presented themselves, how they are talking. And when I'm saying how they are talking, I am not saying that they have to have best possible English or whatever, or whatever language. What we would want to understand is, can they convey what they want to communicate in a proper manner or not? There are times, of course, where communication skills also may not matter much, depending on the job profile, right? But this is definitely something that we do look at. Personality. Can the person listen? Can the person understand what we tell them? Because we are dealing with a fresher at the end of the day, so it is more like it's superbly likely, right, that the person will have to learn a lot on the job. So I won't go and sugarcoat things and say things like oh, marks don't matter, you need to have a good personality and everything. No, marks matter, because how else am I going to gauge you? Of course your personality also matters, the way you speak matters.
What message would you like to give to the students of FCRIT?
This is something I would tell myself if I were in FCRIT right now. So 4 years is a long time to be spending in one place, in and it's practically 1/5 of your life, right, that you are dedicating right now. At this stage in life, this is 4 years is a big time. It's a big investment, let's put it that way. So make the most of it. This is also a life tip. Make the most of every experience that you're given. But here, in the context of our college, what I mean to say is that, yes, studies are important, but try and experience and explore everything that you are offered as a student of FCRIT. And if you look hard enough, you will find that there is something that is offered which appeals to you. This will help you in many ways. A, it will help you in being a well-rounded person, because you've tried different things, and B, it will also give you clarity about what is it that you really like to do. And that will help you, when you go ahead in life and, you want to decide what is it that you want to do, as a career, or, as your master's course or whatever, right? To simplify what I just said, take part in all possible activities, explore everything that the college has to offer you, and give everything a sincere shot. Don't try and ensure that when you're leaving college, when you leave college or after you've left college, you look back and say ki arey maine ye kabhi try hi nahi kiya. At least give it a try, give it a sincere shot. If it doesn't work out, okay, at least you know that this is not something that is suited for you. You're not going to be able to do everything well. That's okay. Just give it a sincere shot. That's what matters.
So with this, we come to the end of this interview, and I would like to thank you for taking out time for this wonderful session and enlightening us with your knowledge. Thanks a lot.